I wonder, when will guys like us finally get that win? When will guys like us finally get in a position in life in which we're happy and life starts to make sense? I've noticed my whole life that there's always something in my life to stop it from being perfect. There's always these series of obstacles and maneuvers and hatch doors and trap doors that I have to go through in order to try to get things. You know, like for some people, they can start a YouTube channel, make one video, get 1 million views, get like 50,000 subscribers, and then they just stop. They never post again, or they post a few videos and maybe they get views, maybe they don't. But then somebody like me, I have to post hundreds of views to get any type of attention or attraction. Like I have to work 10 times harder than anybody else just to get a fraction of anything. And then then to make it worse, it comes with venomous vipers and shadow snipers and all type of extra shit. But this world is synchronized on causing us as much frustration as possible. It's something that I've observed, I've been through, I went through, I've seen other people go through it. People have told me their stories. Certain things just happen in life that just seems like that's too perfect. You know, like that's too perfect for that to just happen as a coincidence or a happenstance. Like the way that happened, the way it was orchestrated, that was coordinated and planned, you know? And you kind of lose hope because you're like, well, what's the point of life? What's the point of even trying if you know that there's some evil being out there that decides whether you win or not anyway? What's the point? What's the point if you're 28 years old and you're a virgin? What's the point when you're 25 and a virgin? When you're in your 30s and a virgin, 40 and a virgin, 50s, God forbid. What kind of hope can you hold on to when you look around you and all you see is negativity? All you see are enemies. All you see are people that are trying to undermine you, trying to spy on you, trying to cause destruction at you. And all you did was just mind your business. That shows you you're great. You know you're great when you just mind your business and people are talking about you and plotting against you. And, you got family members trying to, find you or watching your YouTube channel. They don't like you, but they watch every video just to spy on you to see what you're talking about. It's just like, I don't even like you. Why are you even watching me? you know? It's really weird how my life is, man. Like, I really believe I'm chosen. I believe something chose me. I don't believe I'm a regular type of person. I don't know what, but I'm just open. I'm speaking my mind here, man. I believe there's something significant about me. I'm not saying that to brag or ego boost. I'm just look at my life. Look at me. Look how captivating I am to some people. You know, in a negative way and in a positive way, right? But I seem to evoke and provoke different types of emotional fluctuations. And all I do is just tell the truth. I just tell the truth about the world and how this whole thing is just miserable and how it's brutal to go through this life alone with no girl, no hope, no chance of redemption. You're stuck in stagnation. You're stuck in a certain type of permanence, and you may hear voices in your head. You may hear all other type of things. You may see things. I don't know, man. You may go through a lot of things in this world that it just doesn't add up. If you try to ask normies, normal people, they look at you like you're crazy. When you tell people that people judge people based on looks. People act like you're teaching ancient calculus. It's like, you guys know that to be the truth. People judge people based on their looks. That's the truth. That's not a lie. It's not made up. It's the truth. People will judge you based on your looks. And a lot of people are in this situation based on their looks. A lot of people will find themselves in down bad situations and down bad positions, especially brothers. Nobody wants to help a brother out. I'm talking about society on the whole. society as a whole, they see a person of my skin color configuration and they feel like you deserve to be in that position. You know, that's what they feel like in their heart of hearts. They feel like there's like this, like for certain rich people and certain evil people and certain people in social, economic hierarchies and racial dynamics and other types of foolishness. Skin color configuration is the utmost importance, you know? And I just wish that I was of a skin color configuration in which I could blend in with society and be accepted by society. I don't like being rejected by society, but I like being rejected by, because being rejected by society means that you're not of this world. You're somebody. You're not a normie. You're not part of the masses. You're not an NPC. You're somebody that stands out. You're a real individual, divine spark and divine soul. You're not just the NPC walking around brainlessly, walking around aimlessly, walking around like a Resident Evil 3 zombie. Like, no, you actually have sense. You have talent, and you have attributes, and other people can take notice. People know, like, real recognize real. That's one thing I learned, a long time ago though, but especially nowadays, is real recognize real. When you real people gonna connect with you. When you on some fakish, it's not gonna last. Like when you get on some, like when you build your foundation off of foolishness, like you try to build a house of cards on, and like you try to build a sandcastle and think it's gonna be there permanently. No. Then you go to somebody that actually builds the foundation of their base. They take their time. They build it nice and slow. They're consistent. They're persistent. They're resistant. They're focused, and they build it slowly but surely, so when an earthquake happens, the foundation doesn't just break. And we all need to learn these skills, how to build up our businesses and build up our business acumen and try to get into a position of financial independence. Nothing's worse than being in the same position you were 10 years ago, like the same job, the same money, no girl, broke, and you're in a certain type of psychological dimension, and that dimension can be the greatest hell, honestly. Like some of the most deepest, darkest pain is emotional pain. Is the pain of never feeling you can escape. Is the pain you'll always be poor. You'll always be in bathrooms filled with rust and all that. You never be able to get the food you want. You're always feeling like everywhere you go, you're always in the enemy's location. You always got to keep your head up. You never can relax. Like you may hear people laughing. Then if you come in the room, they stop laughing and all the attention switches to negativity and it switches against you. Like, how are you supposed to live like that? What does this God fucking want from us? Like, how does this God sit there and bless other people that doesn't have to go through anything in life? This God will sit there and bless people to be born into rich, wealthy families and prosper these people and bless these people with money, success, being attractive. This God would bless people like that. Then this God will turn around and curse people like us, make us, not able to be successful in life, put the wrong people to us, have the wrong people who should have nothing to do with us at all, have them attracted to us, in a negative, obsessive way. People that you would have never talked to on the streets. Now all of a sudden they got access to you because of the internet, right? These people didn't even know you exist, didn't even care you exist till they heard your voice, and something about your voice sparked an interest in them. They've never heard nobody speak like you. Never. They never heard about people talk about secret underground bases with aliens inside of them. They don't know what that even means. They don't know about the secret places in Antarctica, the undersea people, the breakaway civilizations that broke away from normal civilizations thousands of years ago. Ancient people that discovered faster than light travel, something they will never tell you in NASA. You see all those ancient paintings, they show people that look like they're in spaceships. And these beings of light came down and showed them advanced technological advancements and enhancements and augmentations. Then they lied to you in history and they lied to you in school and colleges saying that, there's no such thing as portals. There's no such thing as FTL. We can't do that. We don't have the technology to do that. Then they lie and then they tell you to go work your job and pay bills. And then you got people who think they're so fucking smart that will sit there and say, where's your evidence? Where's your evidence? And everybody who had the evidence got neutralized and eliminated. It's just like people that come up with the cure for cancer. You come up with the cure for cancer, you have any type of classified information, they'll neutralize you. There's a thing called the Non-State Secret Act. Non-States Secret Act. If you obtain any classified information without authorization, if you contain any classification, anything that's classified without proper authorization, then you'll be liable for legal litigation, right? I had a friend that was in the military, a few friends in the military, and how should I say this? Pretty much they worked in certain places, put it that way, and there were stories on base, and like they pretty much worked at like an old weapons depot or like an ammunition depot, like where they store their ammo or whatever, you know. So it's pretty much just like really easy. But there were stories on the base. I heard this from multiple sources, from multiple different people that was at the base from different time periods, and that base had supernatural activity. You know, things what you would call ghosts or poltergeists or shadow people or whatever. That base had that activity. Some of these military bases or some of these outposts have activity like that. And the base commander would tell people on patrol if they see anything, pretty much to shut their mouth, you know, pretty much. And multiple times I've had people tell me that on base they've seen strange lights in the sky, and then their electronics, their phones, or their radios would just stop working or cut off. You know, I heard this from many different people, and these are reliable people. They're not making nothing up. No, no, no. These people are serious about what they seen. Then they learned that there's a whole secret command structure about learning about cryptids and learning about things that can't fit into the social paradigm. Let me tell you something, guys. There's a whole list of mystery creatures out there that we don't know nothing. Well, what I mean I'm talking about the general public, that the public doesn't know nothing about. You know, there's a whole world out there. Werewolves are real, vampires, elves, name it. You think it's a joke, you think it's just fantasy. There's a reason why they put it inside the movies and video games. You know, see, when you get access to secret knowledge, you learn that everything you learned was a lie. You'll learn that they told you that the truth was fantasy and the myth. You see, they see the truth is the myths and the fantasies. That's the truth. That's why it sounds like insanity. See the truth. When you hear the truth sounds weird at first. Like, huh? That's how you know you're hearing something you've never heard before, right? And just because you heard something you never heard before doesn't necessarily make it true. But you got to look between your soul and you got to see the evidence. The government is hiding the existence of giants. They're hiding the existence of zero-point energy technology. They're hiding the existence of life extension programs. They're hiding the existence of the cure for cancer. You know, they're hiding these things. You know, a long time ago, I forgot the person's name because usually I have it in my brain, but sometimes, you know, it just skips out of my mind. But there was this person that talked about one of the cures for cancer was this frequency machine, in which you match the frequency, the energy to the cancer or whatever, and then you put the code in or whatever, and like it matches the cancer's frequency, and then it neutralizes that, and then it leaves all the surrounding cells unharmed. You know. When I find the name, I'm gonna name it in a future video. But yeah, just stuff like that, man. Like, we live in a very interesting world. Basically, I went on that tangent basically to say this: that if they're willing to hide, you know, if something's willing to hide the truth from us, and we're divine sparks, we're divine souls, but we're put into these little flesh bodies, and our perception is limited. Our perception is so limited. This human body has so many limits. It has so many frustrations. It has so many corruptions. It has so much crap with this human body, right? But we have to live in it. We have to support it. We have to nourish it. We have to clean it, you know. And it gets hard at times, man, because I never thought that I'll be as talented as I am. That's probably why I get people obsessed with me, because I'm actually really talented. I'm not saying that just to kiss my own ass, right? But I'm just being real, you know. Besides making these videos, you know, still learning how to make beats, but I can make a cool melody. I can spit a flow. I can write a book. You know, I'm multifaceted in my talents, right? So I guess people in this black pill community, a lot of people don't have no talent at all. So when they see somebody with genuine talent, it's shocking. Somebody that's articulate, that's musical, that's knowledgeable. You know, it's funny, I don't even have a college degree. You know, and I didn't graduate high school on time. I didn't graduate high school like everybody else walking on it. I didn't graduate high school. I had to go to a charter school after, right? So I never really graduated high school normally, you know? And that's another regret. I didn't go to prom, none of that. So that's regret in my heart. That's regret in my mind, right? Yeah, people rub it in your face trying to talk shit to you. Oh, you didn't go to prom, you know? Yeah, I didn't go to prom because the girl that I wanted to go to prom with got asked out by somebody else, and I was heartbroken by it. And I just said fuck it, honestly. But looking back on it now, I probably should have went to prom anyway. Even if I didn't have a prom date, I should have went. You know, but yeah, it's just damn. Thinking about it now, it's like shit. Don't let nobody tell you that because just because you get older, those memories don't haunt you. They haunt you. They haunt you. Never going to prom, never having your first date. Being a grown man and an economic disposition, accumulated years of emotional distress and emotional degradation. It plays a sick, sinister, cynical part in your mind. What is this world really about? That's what I want to get to. What is this world really about? Because if this world is really just to torture us and torment us and to punish us for whatever, then this is not a world that I consent to or I want to be a part of. I never consented to being born or being thrown into an existence that is constantly at war with me. You know, every second you're at war. Every second you have to breathe. If you hold your breath, your body's going to want to breathe. So that's a war in itself. Just breathing, because if you stop breathing, you're gone. And then you got to worry about what's going on the outside of your body and the inside of your body. You can have cholesterol, you can have your arteries clogging up right now, and you'll never know it until it's too late, until there's a stroke or a brain aneurysm. That's scary shit. But that's the world we live in. Like, you can enjoy eating your McDonald's slop, eating food and all that, and then one day you get a stroke, I mean, that happened to my grandmother. She was fine. What I can remember, healthy, fine. Then after that, man, it just went downhill from there. And my whole life just went downhill from there. My life was already not the best, right? And that's when I started, just making YouTube videos, right? But I never thought it would go anywhere. I think people want to listen to me. Like, really? I've been making videos for years, don't want to listen to me. you know? Like, I've been making videos for years. I had a vlog channel before this. I was vlogging my grandmother when she was passing away. I was making videos just so I can remember her by when she passes away, right? I had a little vlog channel. And you got weird people that be finding that. You got people who don't like you. They'll go and they'll find, like, they'll take it outside, this channel. They'll go try to find my other channels. And this is just very weird, It's like, why are these people so interested in my life? Why are they so interested in me? It's like they treat me like I'm a celebrity. It's very strange. I've never had, like, you gotta understand, man, I was a NEET for the past long time, right? I've never had online attention like this. I never had hundreds or thousands of people listening to me, watching my videos. I never wanted this. I never expected this. It's not what I really expected. I was just posting videos. People just like to hear me talk. I never thought this would ever be anything, and it's still not nothing, really. But it was enough to get people to be obsessed with you, in a negative way, and get people that really love you and show you love. And that's, what's up, But it's crazy. It's like, I went from just being just somebody trying to find their way, going through it, just talking about my life on the internet. And a lot of people felt me. A lot of people agree with me. A lot of people, but then it's just always those negative outliers, right? That are sent by the demiurge, man. It's nothing but the demiurge. People say it's nothing but the devil. No, it's nothing but the demiurge, right? Being isolated for such a long time, you really develop a certain perspective on life. You really see the world for the cruel, twisted, wicked place it is. And there's no sugarcoating. There's no hiding it. There's no denying it. You just take one glimpse of this world and it's like, I'm sick of this crap. I'm sick of the world. I'm sick of everybody in it. I'm sick of the people. I'm sick of myself. I'm sick of like being depressed. I'm sick of being tired. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm tired of being poor. I'm tired of being black. I'm tired of being under attack. I'm tired of like just constant bombardment. It's like, why am I being bombarded? Yet this guy over here, of European descent is making beats online, that my people created and is able to fucking generate a life for himself. Yet me, I can't make beats or I can't get to a position where I can do this full time and have a good life, but this person can, right? What kind of shit is that? That's why I say it's nothing but the demiurge. The demiurge choose and picks who wins. You can want to be an author for a long time, you know, and you finally write your book and release it, and nobody fucks with it, right? But you make a video talking about your life and people want to listen just so they can. Some people listen because they agree and they understand your pain. Other people just want to listen so they can try to gain information about you, try to attack you, and try to hurt you or whatever. It's weird. Like I knew the internet had weird, creepy people, but I never thought I'll be a target of weird, racist internet trolls who are like 40-year-olds old, memeing and trolling online. It's just never been. That's more like that's never been part of my culture. Like we don't do that memeing and trolling. I mean, of course, you have some um, you have some people that are dumbasses. Let's put it that way, and they engage in stuff like that. But it's ridiculous, bro. It's like these people are weirdos. Like that's how I know you're not nothing. Just a few years ago, bro, I was nothing. You know, these people like they get obsessed with you. It's like, how come I can't have nobody obsessed with me and my music? You know what I mean? How come I can't? How come no beautiful woman can listen to me and be like, damn, this guy's woo woo? How come she can't become obsessed with me and hit me up and want to talk? And how come that never happens? Right? You know why it never happens? Because that's something that I would want to happen. Whatever that I want to happen, the demiurge is going to do the opposite. Look at man, this God. And one thing I hate about this God is he tries to attack you, then tries to act like he didn't do nothing. The demiurge will attack you and then give you an ice cream cone after and be like, yeah, see, you like ice cream, right? And then attack you again. It's like, bruh, I'm not gonna fall for that same trick twice. You know. That's another thing. It's like people in our position, like we run into the most evil, devious bastards. Like these, like how do these people even find us? You know. Like I wish certain people would have never found me or discovered me or anything, It's just certain people it's just like this something is broken in this person. This is not a normal person. You ask Chat GPT, you ask regular people, and they'll be like, that's not that person, that's not normal behavior. That's somebody that's very fixated and hyper fixated on you. That's somebody that this is somebody that can take it to a dangerous level, meaning that this is a person that will show up to your concert and neutralize you. If somebody's willing to dox you, willing to go online, find your name, try to find out your family, sitting there watching every single video, making a playlist on your videos, sitting there getting your face screenshot and making cartoons about you, making songs about you. If somebody's willing to do all that, then they're willing to go the extra mile and do something else to you. This is why documentation is key, So nobody can lie and say they didn't do this, they didn't do that, they did when they're sitting there fixated and focused on you. It's weird. Imagine going from being a NEET where you had no contact with people at all. You made videos, nobody watched them, no one cared. And then all of a sudden you start talking about your life on the internet after your grandma passed away because you're sad and you need an outlet. And people start liking your videos and liking your content. Then you get some just weird people, who follow you. And it's like, yeah. Anyway, a lot of us, man, I just wish that we can have another chance at this life, a chance to actually achieve our dreams and be free, and achieve our dreams and be peaceful, and achieve our dreams and you know, just become what we always wanted to become. You know, it's so difficult in this world to find yourself and to to understand your place in this world and understand where you fit in and where you can generate success for yourself, which is the most important thing for a man. The most important thing for a man is the viability that he brings. This is why people accept certain men and reject others. Like society was built on productive men. And a lot of us in this position, we're not necessarily productive, quote unquote, to like our families or even to ourselves because of our low economic position and low economic status. It really is crazy that the world we live in today is just so hyper fixated on the materialistic and the ritualistic and the shit that makes you go ballistic. Why can't like truth instead of lies? Why can't truth be what's identified? Why can't truth be on the forefront? Why is it always lies and oppression and stress and depression and all this other crap? And why is it that the lies go bigger and further, yet the truth is something that only a few people know? Like when I say real shit, like when I talk about cryptids and supernatural things, people think I'm crazy, but I did my research. You're not talking to somebody who just watched a documentary one time. You're talking about somebody who's experienced things, seen things, heard things that was not natural. Talk to people who are in the military. Some in law enforcement, some were firefighters that told me about supernatural experiences that they had. Point blank period. And that's how you know that we're not crazy when we talk about certain things. We just see things for what they are. Certain things are remain hidden from us for a reason. I mean, Schizo Dumps just made a video talking about, how this world, it limits your perception in the human body, and it's true. It limits your perception. It's almost like the human body is a weapon against the spirit. It's a weapon against the soul. It's what this human body is, man. It's just, what's the point of even being alive if you're going to pass away one day? What's the point of even being alive? Because I thought life is supposed to be forever. It's supposed to be happy, love, rainbows, beautiful waterfalls, sheep and cattle, and everybody running through the fields and being happy. Like, how come life can't be that? Why is life a struggle? It's like whoever created this, it wanted us to struggle. It wanted us to suffer. It wanted us to just break. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being surrounded by idiots, imbeciles, fools, and miscreants and deviants. I want to be surrounded by people that are intelligent, people that are not racist, people that can see the bigger picture, people that can understand scientific discoveries, people that understand breakaway civilizations, relic civilizations, secret civilizations in other dimensions, in other realities, things that are hidden from us. Like there's things that are classified and that are secrets that should be normal to all the public to know about, but they lie about it and they classify it and they hide it behind security classifications, so that way we won't know. Oh, that's classified. Why is everything classified when Illuminati controls every country and every nation? Right? Oh, that's a classified secret. As if the damn Freemasons don't know the secret. As if the skulls and bones don't know, right? As if these societies don't work with each other to bring in a new world order. Come on, man. Do you think I'm stupid? Bro, I've been alive for a long time. I've been living for a long time. I'm not a young 20-year-old kid. I'm not some 17-year-old child. I've been around for a long time. And when you live as long as I have, you start to see patterns in this world. And the patterns I see are destruction, corruption, seduction, and evil and wickedness. That's what I see. And it's proliferating as I speak. The world is getting more insane. It's getting more horrible. It's getting more worse. It's almost like it's a curse to even be alive at times, And top it all off, we're old men, no girlfriends, no real success, still living in, squalor, no money, no women, no power. It's a disheartening feeling. And people try to be like, well, just think positive. Like, mother effer, You don't think I've tried that before? When I try to think positive, more bad shit happen. You know? It's like there's some invisible demons or beings monitoring my emotional moods. And they look at my emotions and they start to just mess with it. They start to attack it. They start to break it down. You know, it really sucks, man, being in this position. Why can't I just rap and make it? Why can I make beats and make it? You know? I remember when I started this channel, because it was called Halo Music 4 when I first started this one. And because one person told me, he was like, "Hey man, I don't want to listen to music. I really come here to hear you speak and hear your perspective on things." And it's like, damn, I wish you could hear my perspective on things in music, right? It's like, damn, do I really talk that much? Like, ain't that something? People listen to me talk, but I want millions listen to me rap or make music. That's what I want. It's like I never thought in a million years people would hear me talk and really, it's like, really? Well, if I would have known that, I would have been started a YouTube. Well, I did start a YouTube channel talking and all that, and it didn't take off. So why did it take off when my grandma passed away? Maybe because the pain was so real. Maybe because I didn't hold back. Maybe my older YouTube channels and my other channels, I held back. I wasn't really as authentic. Like I was way more standoffish. And when I started to open up, maybe I opened up a little too much. But when I opened up, that's when people started to mess with me. When I just started to be real. And then that's when people start to mess. So this is a double-edged blade. You be real and you attract people, but you can attract the wrong people to your channel. You can attract some dangerous people to you that have nothing to do all day but to sit on the internet and look up on you and spy on you and have certain little things in place to find everything. So if you can make a brand new channel and upload and they'll find your face automatically. It's like these people are really crazy. So how did I attract some weirdos like that? These people are not even people I even associate with. These are not even people that I even want to even talk to, even be associated with, right? I don't want no association with these people at all.